I like the Portslade Gassy because it reminds me of South Portslade's industrial past. When the gasworks opened in 1926, they were a very important place for people to be employed, and the workers could go on the ferry boats across the harbour, which is what the gassies were, ferry boats, or they faced a long walk around the other end of the harbour and back again. So the ferryman was very useful. I love this sculpture because it's so plain and kind of industrial looking. It's made of metal, and it just, for me, feels like the really industrial past of Portslade. It still is pretty industrial, but not as much as it was. And the way the grass has been planted around it makes it look really like the boat is on water. I think it's lovely. I'd love to know who made it. If anybody knows, perhaps they can let me know.
Hello, we're here standing in the Garden of Emmaus, which is a charity for the homeless, but it's also got a great cafe and a great garden as well, and it also includes the old manor house in Portslade, which is at least 500 or 600 years old, and so it's a very historic place.
And it's a place where the homeless are sheltered, where you can come here and buy bric-a-bracs or bring your things should you need to.
And also in the summer, where we're standing, there's a great festival with music and singing and dance, and it's a great place to be. We're in the churchyard of St Nicholas in Portslade. Parts of this church go back to the 12th century, and there's a continuous record of the vicars since the 14th century. And so it's quite a historic place, and I didn't realise that when I first moved to Portslade. Behind me is the grave of the Blaker family. There is a Blaker Park in Brighton, and I believe that these are the people who the park is named after. So Portslade itself, although it's in Brighton and Hove, predates Brighton by several hundred years.
I'm standing outside the oldest bit of Portslade. Interestingly, Portslade is in the Domesday Book and not Brighton. At the time, Brighton did not exist.
I'm standing in Stoneham Park in the Poets' Corner area of West Hove. I grew up 2 streets away from here and still live in the local area. Very important to me is Holy Cross Church behind me, which is quite a good community space. Lots of community groups meet there. It's been there over 100 years, and originally the Brownies, when they met there, could have activities on the roof. I'm sure health and safety wouldn't agree with that these days. The park itself has seen good times and bad. It's had a lot of regeneration in recent years. On a sunny Sunday afternoon like today, it's well used by lots of families around. Over the years, I've seen the demographic of the families in the area change. When I grew up, I was the only child in my street. But now there are many, many more families in the area. The schools are good and the amenities are good.
We're at My Lake Farm doing some filming for a project we've been doing called A Slice of Life from the Downs to the Sea. I used to come here with my children and friend with her children years back, and the cows were all up behind there and we used to come and see them milked. But now it's obviously very much changed, but still a great attraction. And my daughter and I walk here now, so.
This is the farm I do my work experience on. We're currently standing with 2 donkeys. There's more animals to see here. We have cows, we have sheep, we have horses. But the main thing is, the bit where I'm standing now is the entrance where you come in. We have a tea shop, farm shop, and plenty of walks around this area. My favourite bit of working on My Lake Farm is the staff are really friendly. Dave, the farmer, has been really helpful and taught me all the tricks and the trades for farming. This is my favourite view because you get to see, in the background of me we have My Lake, and you can see the sea on that side, you can see the harbour, and you're just surrounded by nice views around here.
Here we are in the Downs in Mile Oak, which is the top end of Portslade, and this is the community allotment plot where I volunteer every week because it makes me really happy to come here. We grow vegetables as a group, so everybody's welcome to come, and it's a sanctuary because I come here all by myself sometimes and sometimes with a group of people, and we grow, well, vegetables, fruit, raspberries. There's fruit trees. It's early in the year, you can't really see yet, but it's the best place in the world to be. Here we are in the polytunnel. This is really my favourite place to be because it's never winter in here. It's always at least March, if not August. And everything we grow here is edible and it's tasty and it's organic, and we do get a few slugs and caterpillars, but it doesn't really matter. It's a wonderful place. And I feel very much at home here. I put the seedlings in and the seeds, and I watch it all grow. It's the best possible place to be.
This is a rhubarb bed, and I've just been given some to take home and stew, so that'll be really nice. And over this way are the leeks. Hopefully I'll have some of those later.
Here you are.
Oh! Thank you.
You're welcome.